Today I would like to calculate the mass of air. Now, what do I mean by that in a chemistry sense? That means I just want to find the mass of all the atoms in air, right? The mass of all the atoms and molecules in air, what you would consider air. So the reason being is that last week my chemistry teacher told me that if a gas has a molecular mass that is greater than 30, then downward delivery should be used to obtain it. But if a gas has a molecular mass that is less than 30, then upward delivery should be used. And I was wondering, where did this number come from? Where did this 30 come from? And I thought to myself, well, it's got to be the air, because that's the only thing that would that's the only thing that would determine which form of delivery you're using. So that means 30 must be the molecular mass of air. So what I did was I went on a side quest and I calculated it. And today I'm going to show you. So if you would like to calculate this, it's a cool party trick, I guess. So air is made up of 78% nitrogen plus, change color here, plus 21% oxygen plus 0.93, let me use a different color for argon. This will look nice, yeah. Plus 0.93% argon plus 0.04% carbon dioxide. Okay, so that is the composition of air. Of course, there are some other trace gases such as like helium and hydrogen, but this is the general composition of air. So what we need to do now is we need to find the atomic masses of all of these. We need to find the atomic mass of the nitrogen, we need to find the atomic mass of the oxygen, and so forth. You know, the argon, and then the carbon dioxide. That's what we need to find. So nitrogen has an atomic mass of 14. Actually, let me rewrite this formula here. Let me rewrite it so that it becomes more of a chemistry. It looks more professional. So air would be 70%. Wait, sorry, let me go here. So air would be made up of 78% N2 plus 21% O2 plus 0.93% argon, so Ar, plus 0.04% CO2, right? So that is the more chemistry-looking formula. So now we need to figure out the atomic masses of all these elements. So nitrogen has an atomic mass, has a nucleon mass, or whatever you call it, relative atomic mass of 14. Oxygen has a mass of 16. Argon has a mass of 18. And carbon has a mass of 12. Okay? So we just need to substitute these values here, the masses of all these gases. We need to substitute this into our little formula. So then we would get air is equal to, it's not air equals to, but the mass of air would be equal to 0.78 bracket. What's the mass of nitrogen? The mass of nitrogen would be 14. So we would just sub 14 in. 0.78. Let's use a big bracket here. 0.78 bracket 2 times 14 because it's N2 plus, close the bracket, plus 0.21 to bracket 16 because the atomic mass of oxygen is 16 and there's 2 atoms of oxygen. There's 2 oxygen atoms in one, thing of oxygen. Plus 0.0093 times 18. We actually don't need to use a big bracket there. Plus 0.0004 times the mass of one carbon is 12 plus 2 bracket 16. Then we can actually use a big bracket here. So this is going to give you, as the mass of air is equivalent to 0.78 bracket 28 plus 0.21 bracket 32, because that's the mass of 2 oxygen atoms, plus 0.0093 times 18. That stays the same because it's just one argon atom. Remember that argon doesn't really want to chemically combine with other atoms because it has a fully filled valence shell. Plus 0.1234 times 44. So that is going to be the mass of air. So then you will hence get the mass of air. If you sub these values into a calculator, you will hence get air is going to be equivalent to 28.745. This is the molecular mass of air. I didn't put MR just to simplify things. So you round this off to the nearest 10, yeah. You round this off to the nearest 10, and then you will get MR of air as 30, and that is where this magic number of 30 comes from. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was not really you won't get tested on this if you're from the Singapore system, but I thought it was just a nice break from the traditional theory and actually putting stuff into real world use. So I do hope that you enjoy this video. Consider to like and subscribe if you just like my channel or like my content. I'll be coming up with more serious stuff, but yeah, I hope you learned something at least, and I hope to see you in the next one, physics, chemistry, or math. So have a good day.